What's up, everybody? You got the car man, and you've probably been watching these BMW videos, but as it can only happen, if it can happen, it happens in this shop. Am I right, camera girl?
Absolutely. Every time.
So we got this X5 BMW, which is an M54 3.0, and as you can see, this is a head bolt, and we see twisting off the head bolt. My hands look terrible, but I mean, I ripped my gloves on, I don't really give a crap. And what do we see here? We see a head bolt that has a helicoil. You catching that?
Yes.
And not only do we have a helicoil, we have one that's very smooth that's been stripped out of there. So, my guess is, and this is a pretty long one, my guess is he just used a really thin one or a cheap one and they didn't go in right. Now, they got the time surge you can put in these, but I mean, guys, we've been running helicoils in the small block Chevrolets, racing them, blah, 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 blah. You can say what you want to about helicoils. They do work. They got to be installed correctly. Guess what this video is about? What's it about? Helicoils and a BMW. And how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of these. So, no further ado. First thing you want to do is grab you a set, a little helicoil set. And they're 10 millimeters, 10 by 1.5.
I think that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah. And basically it's going to come with a chaser and a cutter slash threader. Now, how complicated is this? Not very. Would I pay anyone to do it? Absolutely not. Do you need to take your time? Yes. How does it work? The very end of this right here, see, it's tapered, so it's going to fit your 10 millimeter hole that you got going on already. You're going to kind of get it going, and you're going to turn it until it catches just a little bit, and you're going to do real little small turns, and it's going to get deeper and deeper. And these channels right here, it's going to pull up the debris up into the channels as it's turning, and it'll come all the way to the top. Always mark your head bolt, wherever I do with my head bolt. I guess it's important to have. The length, I put a little red dot there, a guesstimate, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but this right here will stop turning when you're at the bottom. Now, you can't be in a rush. Maybe you do a quarter of it, back it back out, clean it, then a half, then 3/4, then get it all the way done. Regardless of whatever version you're going to do, take your time and go slow. The last thing we want to do here is do anything sideways or crooked. Now, there is a jig you can get up and set up to make sure you put stuff in straight. But the way this basically works is you just kind of feed it down into the hole. You just feel it. Let me give you an example, camera girl. Do we have light on the situation now?
We have a little light.
Alright. So all I would do is this. I would just kind of set this bad boy up. It's kind of hard the way we're actually sitting. Alright, you see how I kind of got it started?
Yep, we got it.
You see I've already got it cut. By the way, don't do what I do. Don't do as I say, do it. Don't do as I do as I say. So, this right here is already cut, but that's basically, this is about the time speed you're going to be doing this. Just turning it, and then get you a little, my particular one at 8 millimeter works perfect. You can just do this. Just kind of, you just keep chasing those threads, man, and it'll cut them. As you can see, look right here, camera girl. You see it's cutting them out, no problem. Now, as far as installing the helicoil in, you want to make sure that hole is really clean. We're going to have to blow that out. But since you can't actually see it going in, I'm going to actually show it to you out here how it actually works. Resetting. Okay, so let's pretend that you went ahead and were a good boy and actually cut you some new threads. So in this particular case, we know that we're going to need I'm going to have to put 2 per, because if we look at the length of the old one, wherever it was at, I don't even know where they did with that. Oh, here it is. It's almost twice the size of what I got going on here. So I'm going to put 2 of them in. Now, how does this work? At the very end of the threader, it's got a little piece on it. Can you focus in on that little piece? And what that piece does, it catches the tang, the bottom piece of this right here. See it?
Got it.
So you just thread this on here like this. And you'll see that tang catches on the bottom. You can tell? Or do I need to put some light on it?
I think we got it.
Okay. You just twist it in. That's my sound effects for twisting it in.
Oh.
So we just twist it in all the way. When it gets there, you'll know it's there because it's not going any further. This then backs out. The actual threads will hold it in. And you will need a pair of really skinny needle nose, kind of like these. You see, you'll grab this tang, and they're real easy to break off. You just want to grab it, and pop, done. Pop goes the weasel right there. Pop it back out. Repeat, rinse and repeat, wash, rinse and repeat, wash, rinse and repeat till you get done with all your broken bolts. And voila, you can put your head back on. Now, how did I figure that out? I didn't even go through the stress of even wondering if it was. I already told her before I took it, I said, you're gonna have all kinds of strip bolts in this piece of. Let's leave that where that. But the thing is when you take the head off, all you have to really do is the E12 bolts, the head bolts themselves. Just try to tighten them just a little bit. If you can tighten them, then they're good, usually speaking. But if you tighten them and there ain't nothing there, guess what? Just go ahead and stay right there. I'm going to get this. This is how I do it. I do this on every car that I do. I just take the head gasket wrapper that's coming in, because it's just real easy to do. And here's what we got. We got a bad one, a bad one, a bad one, a bad one, a bad one. Now, just from testing this right here, then we know immediately where the head gasket failure happened, right?
Yep.
So, let's just verify that. Let's just look at it while we're shooting the video.
Okay.
So here is the here's the M54 head. As you see, we have white stuff right here that's from the coolant dripping out. It's actually from I forget what it's called, the bar stop leak or whatever it was. I'm going to do a video about that, about the end result of that.
Wasn't too great.
Yeah, so let's see if we can just turn this thing all the way around. Probably can't see, but you can see right here where it's dripping. It came right down from the head right here. So the head's lifting up and it's dumping out fluid right here on the exhaust manifold. And then to further verify our story, let me find the old manifold gasket, or the old head gasket.
They're getting spun around here.
Alright, coming back in here. And see this, the people are like, oh God, I didn't ask for all this. And there we go. We got a tear in the gasket. And it lines up perfectly. This is the exhaust side. It lines up perfectly with this drip right here. And we can also see where it's picking up, and you can see the burn marks. And if you correlate where we have problems with the screws at, you'll see it burning right there where it's getting too hot. Shouldn't be any marks there. Should be like this. But you got burn mark, burn, 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 burn. So, yeah, this thing was only a matter of time for it was a dead duck anyway, so whatever. We caught it before we completely destroyed the engine. That's what my job is. I'm going to completely destroy it before it goes back together. Meanwhile, that's a wrap on this. I'm going to move it on. This is a head gasket series, so if you need to look up